I am delighted to say that This Is Why has been voted the hottest record of the year.
Hey!
It belongs
That's
to
amazing.
you. Is there any sort of acceptance speech you would like to give the fans for making your tune the hottest record of the year?
It's like kind of surreal that you guys would vote for our music more times than you voted for Arctic Monkeys. And the 1975, that's a huge compliment. It feels a little scary. And we're just so grateful. I don't know. Is there anything else? I guess you're all a bunch of introverts too. I don't know.
It's really that, to be honest. Paramore, good evening.
Hi.
Hey!
Hello, Hayley. Paramore, good evening.
Hi.
Hey!
Hello, Hayley.
Hi.
Hello, Zach.
Hey!
Hello, Taylor.
Hello.
So, guys, as I mentioned, the Radio 1 listeners have been voting and voting and voting and voting. There are 20 on this list. There can only be one winner. And I am delighted to say that This Is Why has been voted the hottest record of the year.
Hey!
It belongs
That's
to
amazing.
you. Your,
Yes.
your fans
Thank you.
are so in love with you, are so dedicated, are so hardcore. When I tell you, it was like a landslide vote. Like, you ran away with it. The
Oh my God.
The
Thank
competition
y'all.
was tough, but like, yeah, you guys did it, man. Like, alongside a lot of big British artists of 1975, Sam Smith, Arctic Monkeys, you murked them all.
That's
Wow.
crazy, first of all. That's insane.
But it really
thank
happened.
Cool.
It really happened. I want to talk to you about, I guess, what that means to you, because, you know, when it comes to that, like how you release records, like you guys came in a little Q4 moment. You're up against songs that have been out since the start of January. What was it about the timing of This Is Why that you think has made your fans love it so much?
I mean, I wish that I knew. I wish I understood timing and music and all of that stuff. I feel like this is when we finished. We finished in time to get a song out before the end of 2022, and we were so pumped because we really didn't want the year to end without kind of coming back into the fold. So it's just so, it's really meaningful because, you know, you and I talked about this a little bit, but shows that we've played in the UK and specifically fans in the UK have been such a huge inspiration for the entire album. And it's just, it means a lot. It's really sweet that this won. What a surprise. It's crazy.
Well, we're definitely going to have to celebrate with you in person when you guys are back over here in April. Zach,
Yeah.
I remember when myself and Hayley were talking about this tune specifically. This is one of the songs that maybe almost didn't make the record, right? It was like one of your sort of last entries to it.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor kept the song alive for sure. I mean, Haley and I kind of we kind of checked out of the record. It was the very last song we wrote for the album. We were like, oh, we're good, we're done. We got 10, right? You know, we just had a number that didn't even matter. I don't even know if we had that. We just kind of were like,
Yeah.
we're done, right? And Taylor's like, well, there's one more song. It's got a kind of a cool riff, and I wanted to open it back up. And thank God he did, because that was the first song we put out. And it was the album title. I mean, all of it. But it definitely was going in and making that song was really cool because it felt very like, I don't know, not that we put too much pressure on ourselves, but it definitely felt the most free flowing of the whole record. It was just kind of like, sweet, we can try all these tricks that we've accumulated along the way. It was really cool. So yeah, it's really Taylor who saved the day on that one.
Taylor, I've got to ask you, like, what kept hope alive?
I think just we met one time with Rick Rubin, and it was the wildest experience because I just felt like we should not have been in his presence. But one of the things he told us was, he's like, just keep writing until your songs get worse. And we never really followed that bit of wisdom ever. And I think this time around, you know, we got to the end and I was like, man, I just wonder if we have something left, and like, let's just try. And so we tried, and so then we came up with This Is Why. So I mean, that's pretty much it.
And
yeah,
I kind of think that fans feel that too a little bit. Like there's this freedom in the song. I think that's also back to your last question. I think that's why people are digging it so much, is that it's just really, like they can hear the enjoyment that we have making it. And I think that also being away for 4.5 years was like also another reason why people are really stoked to just hear anything from us. I think because they were like giving fans water after being in a desert for a long time.
We were thirsty for sure.
How many times can you listen to Misery Business? It's only so many times. Ain't it fun to get a little bit not so fun after a while?
Please, can you just stay on and make puns out of each and every one of your song titles?
You got it. I'll be here all day. There's a couple records. There's 6 records.
Listen, we could actually do a whole podcast like out of it. Speaking of which, Hayley, look, the podcast we discussed it a little bit last time you were on, has been so loved by our listeners. Are you ready to give us some more in between tour? No pressure.
I would be happy to. I really, really loved doing it. It was like such a good exercise for me, and I love discovering new music and talking about it and being a nerd. So yeah, sure, why not?
Well, we've seen how you guys brought in a favourite British artist of ours, Pink Pantheress, in the States. That was such a fun moment.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was really cool. Well, it was extra cool because, like, that story that came out with the interview where she was saying, like, I guess she saw us at Reading and Leeds, and that was kind of the beginning of her dreaming about having this career. It was like a really cool full circle moment that we got to be a part of. I loved that.
So, you're going to be back in the UK in April.
Yeah.
You teased us a little bit about it last time, but now it's like fully happening. Like, when you're going to be here, are you going to have time sort of like in between to sort of like, I don't know, like go record shopping or like, I don't know, check out other bands? Or are you guys very like, okay, we're in work mode now? Like, it's just...
Bloody hope so.
Did you say bloody hope so with a British accent?
Yeah. No, not in a British accent, but I did say bloody hope so.
Right.
I hope we do, because I mean that's like one of our favorite places to tour. But we, especially Hayley and I are always like, let's go do this, let's go do that, and then we get to the tour and we're like, all right, see you in the dressing room, because that's probably all the time we have. But I don't know, Hayley, what do you think? Taylor, do you think we'll do something?
I think we love to do vintage, like shop at vintage, like thrift stores and stuff, and definitely record shops. We found a lot of great records in shops across the UK. Like, what was that record you saw in the window, Zach, that like you didn't realize that you...
Yeah, it's called Heart of the Congos by the Congos. It's like a old reggae record. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much...
I went to grab the door for the record store, and it was like the guy had just locked it. So I was like, so I had to just like look it up on Spotify and get it on vinyl later. But it was the thought that counts. Like I almost went in and bought it.
Intention is everything in this life.
Yeah.
You know. The question begs, when are we going to get you guys back to Radio 1? Because I like to feel that you guys are obsessed with us as much as we are with you.
Yeah, there's some songs that we need to cover. There's some things that we need to get into.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm going to put this out there. I would very much like to hear you guys cover Unholy by Sam Smith and Kim Petras. I feel like you could just... I mean, no pressure, but like, I mean, off the top of your head, if there was something that you guys would want to cover right now from any era or currently, like who would you be looking at? I don't know. That's a big question.
That is a really big question. Do you guys have any thoughts?
No, then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
That was cleverly swerved.
Hey.
That was.
You're a professional. Well, look, thank you so much for your time. And once again, congratulations on having the hottest record of the year. Because honestly, we have missed you so much. So we're going to celebrate and get the record on again. And also, of course, we cannot wait until April. So just a reminder, where can people catch you in the UK?
Well, we definitely want people to catch us at the O2 because we're coming back to 2 shows at the O2, the first time in like a decade. Since Zach was in the band the first time around, like it's gonna be so exciting. We can't believe that we're playing this place, and we just are so pumped to see fans over there because they are like lifeblood to us. I'm so pumped.
Okay, well, look, we're gonna let you go, but before I do, I got one more question to ask you. You know, a big, profound, wide question. What has been your highlight of 2022?
Highlight of 2022 for me has been just getting the band back together and playing shows. I mean, it's been, like 4 years, and seeing the putting a song out and seeing the reaction of fans in real time has just been absolutely amazing. So I'd say for me, it's definitely like being able to play shows again and see, because there's one thing about putting music out, like a lot of us did during the pandemic, but you don't really see people's reaction. You just see the online reaction, I guess. So being able to see people's reaction in person was probably the highlight for me.
Right on.
Yeah, I feel that. That's me too. I mean, it's just nice to know we can still do it.
And also I have to sneakily say, one of my highlights has been people doing perfect syncs of your performances over Afro beats. It's been, I know you've seen it. If you haven't.
Wait, I've not seen that.
Are you joking? Guys,
No,
okay.
Some of that.
Let me let you into a little secret. As if you did, I don't know if you didn't know this. There's a whole discourse on social media, essentially called "Black People Love Paramore."
Good.
A lot of, particularly people in the West African diaspora, which I am part of, they have laid performances of you guys over like really popular Afrobeat tunes, and it's uncanny how things like line up. But yeah, get on TikTok, knock yourself out. The content is out there. Yeah, get into it. You're very much loved by us. Enjoy. Paramore, it has been a delight, always is. We will see you in April. Congratulations once again, and let's play it. This is your hottest record of the year. This is why.